My name is Diego. It has been my whole life. And one time in 4th grade, we had this Spanish class, and the first assignment was to go home and try to figure out your Spanish name. It's Diego. How much more Spanish? Like I'm gonna come back the next day and be like, "Hola, me llamo Greg Sanders." I am having kind of a hard time relating to people my age, because everyone my age is turning 30, and they're all trying to convince me that having kids and buying houses like they're doing is a great idea. Everyone with a kid, they're like, you should totally have a kid. You're gonna have all these cool new feelings you never thought you'd have, and have all these new experiences. I'm like, you sound exactly like me 5 years ago trying to convince you to take mushrooms. Like, yeah man, you have all these cool new feelings. You'd be stuck in a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. At least if you have a bad mushroom trip, that wears off. If you have a bad kid, you have to die first. Or murder your kid. So don't have kids, that's my advice. Pull out or fake your orgasms, whatever you gotta do. Pulling out, that's pretty bad sex advice. That is not, it's not worse than the worst sex advice I ever got. This is from my grandpa over the holidays. Yeah, it was pretty bad. He's like, when it comes to women, they're either into being choked or they're about to find out that they're into being choked. Like, Jesus, Grandpa. Maybe you wait till after church. And faking orgasms, that's something that's usually attributed to women, but I don't think that's exclusive. Any men in here ever fake an orgasm? He's like, I'm faking one right now. It's true, guys do fake orgasms. It's different though. The way a guy fakes an orgasm is a guy will pretend like he's having an orgasm way after he's had an orgasm. He'll be like, oh yeah, now I'm coming. I'm coming now, not 2.5 minutes ago. Just shoving whatever resemblance of an erection I've got left. Until it goes down past the 60% mark. And I gotta call it. That's a harder fake if you think about it. Because then you gotta fake it twice. You gotta pretend like you're not having an orgasm when you're having an orgasm. Then you gotta muster up the courage to have another one when you should be deep into REM sleep. I hope I get good at those people have kids. It hits real close to home, right? I hope I get good at this. I hope I get good at stand-up, because then you get to travel, you get to fly around. But other than all the bad stuff that's been happening in the news recently, flying's always been kind of a bummer, because at the airport they have that bullshit airport security with the choose your own adventure. They're like, hey, do you want to walk through a human microwave? Or perhaps you'd like a fat guy to touch you. But beware, if you go through the human microwave, probably still gonna have the fat guy touch you. And they never find anything. Airport security never finds anything. That's why you should hide stuff ahead of time for them to find. Just put like notes in your hair. It says like, good search job, bro. I put one in my butt. It's like, the princess is in another castle. That joke is about 2 kinds of plumbers. And then flying sucks because SkyMall went bankrupt. They nearly went out of business. SkyMall, are you kidding me? You're trying to tell me selling Death Star cookie jars and dog bed stairs, that's not profitable? The problem with the SkyMall magazine, they would try to sell you things in that magazine they'd never get away with selling you on the ground. I remember seeing in the SkyMall magazine a canine genealogy kit. Yeah, that's a box to figure out who your dog's fucking grandpa is. Like, what are the odds it's not gonna be a dog? Get the results back, you're like, oh my god, our golden retriever's great grandpa is Greg Kinnear. What the kit is, it comes with a swab. You swab the inside of your dog's mouth, you put it in an envelope, you send it to the company, they get it, and then they laugh. I get fast food all the time. I go to McDonald's sometimes. I don't know if anyone here's ever been to McDonald's twice in one trip. Yeah, it's a bit much. That's what I would call excessive. What happens is I go to McDonald's, I get a vanilla cone ice cream at McDonald's. I love ice cream at McDonald's. It's usually just $1, but sometimes it's $1.29, and I'm like, oh, this is like a nice neighborhood. That's how I evaluate real estate. People are usually like, what are the public schools like in this area? I'm like, how much is a McFlurry? So I get an ice cream, I eat it, and then I get off at the next McDonald's and I get another ice cream, because I really wanted 2 ice creams. But you can't get 2 ice creams while you're driving. You would look fucking crazy if you were driving around like... Someone cuts you off, you're like, ah. I think that crazy ice cream man's trying to kill us. And you can't put one ice cream down unless you're trying to make a mess. I guess you could have like some sort of crazy custom-built ice cream cone holder. I don't want to be that guy. Imagine you're on a first date, she's like, what's that? Like, that's my custom-built ice cream cone holder. She's trying to be nice. She's like, that's cool, I guess, for like when you want to hold your one ice cream cone. You're like, that's for when I get 2. Custom-built ice cream cone holder. Get on it, Shark Tank. I would love to present that. I'd be like, good evening, sharks. You know, for when you want to get 2 ice cream cones? I'll see myself out. Actually, could I trouble you for $1? This looks like a nice neighborhood. How about $1.29? Hey, you guys have been incredible. My name's Diego.